and you've got to give the Friars a great deal of credit, Joe, for not hanging their heads on what happened. They just were not in the rhythm of the game in the first half. Things still did not come out well in the second half, but somehow they've managed to pull themselves up and get this game tied with 11 seconds left.
Well, Coach Rick Pitino won't let them hang their head, that's for sure. And they have great intensity anyway. Good penetration by Harold Stocks to dish over to Billy Donovan. That's his shot. That's the one he made against St. John's with 3 seconds to go. But watch Alan Roth inside. He comes right up the middle there and tips it in inside of Harold Presley. Nice play by Alan Roth. He came all the way from the dotted line in the painted area to tip that one in.
Kind of plays that Roth has been making all season long. He has 11 points. The Friars led at 10-8 early in the ball game, 5 minutes into the game. Now the score is tied at 60 with 11 seconds left in the contest.
Whoa.
And you know who they're going to get the ball into the hands of.
It really doesn't matter if you're leading during the course of the game. It just matters at the end. And the Friars have a good opportunity. They're a good defensive team, but I think what we're going to have to look for here is the ball to go into Presley, because he's their senior, he's their veteran. He had a heck of a game in the finals last year to win the national championship, and the Friars have to be conscious of that. But also they have to know where Wilbur and Jensen are on the court, because when it goes into Presley, if he's double teamed, he's smart enough to recognize to dish it outside to a good outside shooter like a Jensen or a Wilbur, who are both having good ball games.
There you see Harold Jensen, right? He's talking to the officials saying,
I would be very conscious of him, because he had some big hoops in the NCAA tournament last year. And, you know, he'd probably be the guy that enters it into Presley. So if they do double team on Presley, he can dump it out to Jensen for the game-winning shot.
And you don't really want to foul this Villanova team, because they've been deadly at the free throw line tonight. Joe, they've only missed a total of 5 free throws all night. They've been to the line a ton of times.
Well, they have all good shooters in the game right now, so it's tough to key on one guy, because they all shoot the ball well.
All right, you watch the action. 11 seconds left. Jensen inbounds to Plansky. Double team, loses the ball. Harold Starks, 5 seconds. 4, 3, bounce feed Donovan. Shot is blocked out of bounds by Presley. PC plays it in, but the clock runs out, and we will go to overtime.
Is Harold Presley something or what? He lost the ball down here on the shot, and he made the length of the court and blocked the shot on a 2-on-1 fast break. I mean, that's incredible. That's one of the best plays you'll see all year. Watch Presley come out of nowhere. This is a 2-on-1 break, and Presley comes flying in out of nowhere, jumps from the dotted line and blocks that shot. That's incredible. I mean, unbelievable play by Harold Presley to make up the ground that he made. I mean, he was the guy who lost the ball down the other end.
He was nowhere in the picture, and all alone was Harold Jensen underneath. Out of the clear blue sky, that is a major league play, an NBA play to be sure.
Well, the Friars got to be saying, well, great defense that they played. They come out of it with a 2-on-1 steal, and they were unfortunate in making a layup because Presley makes a super play. But Harold Stocks did a great job of stealing the ball, getting it out. You know, a 2-on-1 break, he gave it to Billy Donovan at the right time. Jensen did a good job of slowing Billy down, where he had to pump fake and gave Harold Presley enough time to block the shot. You know, it's good playing by both teams.
We're all knotted up 60 apiece. The Friars send this game into overtime, and Joe, I guess this, more than anything, is the statement on Rick Pitino's style, that this team just doesn't quit, and it won't quit all season long.
Is this Big East something else or what? Every night there seems to be an overtime game somewhere. And Providence, this is their 3rd Big East game, and they're in their 2nd overtime.
Right. Lost to St. John's 95-90, and had the lead with 3 seconds left before the foul. Walter Berry Cooley sank those 2 free throws and then put the game away in the overtime.
Well, that's a bad memory we have to get rid of. I think the Friars, they have an excellent shot. They battled back the whole game. They haven't been ahead in this game, since the 10-8 score. So I think it'd be a big bonus for them to jump out to an early lead here in the overtime. I remember the St. John's overtime, they were emotionally drained and they never really recovered. This game here, though, they battled back with an opportunity to lose, but now they have a chance to win it.
And a chance to take the lead here as Starks goes in underneath. Shot is no good, but he's fouled.
Because that guy, he's unbelievable. He never gets tired. He's played almost the whole game.
Well, you call him the human vitamin, and I guess there's a reason. That nickname ought to stick, I think.
Well, he's unbelievable. Look at him. He's not even sweating. He takes the ball in strong, when he missed that shot out there early in the what, about 2 minutes to go in the game, he took that bad shot and he apologized to his players coming down the floor. I didn't want to see that because I was hoping that he would stay in the game offensively because they need him. And he recovered from that well, and now he's taking the ball in strong. His confidence is beaming, and that's a big point for Harold.
All right, first lead since 5 minutes into the game, 10-8. PC on top by a point.
Well, that puts a lot more pressure now on Villanova. To have to come from behind, take jump shots when you're behind in overtime makes a big difference.
And on the inbound feed, ball is off of Harold Jensen out of bounds, and Billy Donovan is on the floor.
Well, he's got that fractured rib, and he took a shot in the side. That's got to hurt. Boy, it's unbelievable. He's a gutty player to be out there with a fractured rib.
I mean, you don't heal that up overnight, and it happened last Sunday in practice when he was diving for a basketball, and he played with it against Notre Dame on Tuesday night. Now he's back out here again. He said it felt good, but I mean, you take a blow to the stomach, and it's certainly going to feel it.
See, he comes on the steal here with Jensen and collides with Jensen. See, he went with the right hand. His rib is right underneath the right side. And see, that's where the pressure was created, right under the right side. You know what's amazing, too, about Billy is he's a right-handed player and he's a right-handed shooter. And when you extend on your jump shot, your ribs are the ones that will get all stretched out. And he's playing with that. And he's a good shooter, and it's got to hurt him every time he shoots the ball.
Donovan goes out for the one play because of the injury, and now he checks back in at the next opportunity. He's at the bench. 62-60. Friars can lead by 4 after the big turnover. 4:46 remaining in the first overtime.
He's got to get rid of that ball.
And a foul on Jensen.
See, that was a good play by Alan Roth coming to the ball. You see, Villanova plays very good pressure defense where they overplay the passing lanes. And if you don't come to the ball, see Allen come to the ball, he knew Donnie Brown was in trouble, and it was a trip by Jensen there crossing over. But if you don't come to the ball, Ken, when your player's dribbling side to side, you're going to get a 5-second count. You have to get over that hash mark. You're going to have a maximum of 15 seconds where you dribble 5, you got to pick it up, go over the hash mark, and then you get 10 more seconds.
Roth hits his 23rd straight free throw. He's 88% on the season and could be climbing toward the 90% mark as he eyes the basket on this one. He's hit 4 straight tonight. Make it 5.
That was a very good pressure player.
And the Friars have the biggest lead of the ball game, 64-60 in the overtime with 4.5 left.
Still good pressure defense. Donnie Brown's pressuring Wilbur, who's not used to handling the ball and doesn't like to, but he'd rather shoot it.
Lansky to Wilbur, now to West. Inside to Presley, he's shoved from behind, and Steve Wright has picked up his 4th foul.
Well, that was a Mickey Mouse call. This game has been, you know, pretty pressurized up and down, and he comes up with an in-the-back call like that. I mean, it didn't affect the play at all, and he calls a foul on Steve Wright. I didn't like that call at all, especially in the way this game's been played. It's pretty physical anyway, and then you call a Mickey Mouse foul like that.
Here's Kenny Wilson checking back into the ball game. And the shot by Presley. This one won't go.
Steve Wright swoops it out of the air. Good strong rebound by Wright.
Friars lead 64-60, 4:14 remaining in the OT. And Donovan working on the freshman, Wilson. Out to Donnie Brown.
See, Villanova plays for that 5-second count by overplaying the passing lanes. They can lull you to sleep with the dribble.
Alan Roth, Donnie Brown. I'm sure the Friars want to run that 45-second clock down as much as possible.
Well, they got to start looking at it now, Ken. There's 11 seconds on the shot clock. Now Billy Donovan will take Wilson one-on-one.
Patino says go for it. Donovan's pass inside is last touched by West. And the Friars play it in.
Good defense by Wilson and good help defense by Howard Presley when Billy Donovan made the penetration.
Harold Starks back in. Donnie Brown takes a seat. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock, Joe, on the inbounds.
Well, it's important that they know that. The point guard should point that out to them so they have to get the shot off quickly.
Inbounds to Harold Starks. 3 seconds. He puts it up. It's blocked by Presley again.
He's everywhere.
Unbelievable.
Well, he recognized the shot clock where it was, too, so he came right to the ball.
Here's Wilson driving in. His shot is good.
Great shot by Wilson. Steve Wright had to be careful because he has 4 fouls. He didn't want to reach over and foul him.
3:24 remaining. And on the drive, Lansky is called for the personal foul.
Well, Harold's doing a heck of a job of penetrating. Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to penetrate. If he has the layup that it shows up for him, he takes it. If not, he dishes it inside to the big guys, and they lay it up. See, that's important when you're attacking a defense, Ken, is to get penetration against it, because the defense has to react to a player cutting into the painted area, and when the two people collapse on you, that leaves somebody open. That's what Harold's been doing.
Harold at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Friars up 2.
He needs to make these, Ken. He's missed his last 1-and-1 opportunity.
Yes, he has. There he goes.
Big hoop for Harold. See, concentration is so big when you're in big games anyway, but when you're on the foul line especially, you have to force yourself to do the same thing every single time, and then you'll be consistent and you'll be successful.
Harold is 4 for 7 from the stripe tonight. Friars lead by 3. Make it 4.
2 big free throws by Harold. You see, it's a lot easier when you're ahead to shoot free throws and take shots.
3:20 remaining in the ball game. The overtime. The score was tied 60 all. Now it's 66-62. PC on top by 4. Here's Kenny Wilson in front of us, and now he goes to the opposite side in front of the Villanova bench. Off to Mark Plansky.
To Raleigh Massimino. Is he a piece of work over there?
Raleigh, this is his kind of game. He loves this stuff.
Oh, that is a bad call.
Wilson takes it in, and he is fouled.
I hate to say that. I mean,
Harold
twice
starts.
I've said that, 2 bad calls, but Harold went right up in the air, and what Wilson did, to his credit too, is he jumped in the air and he moved his forearm into Harold to create some contact and then took the shot up, but Harold jumped straight up on that play.
That's the 3rd foul on Harold. And at the stripe, Kenny Wilson gets his 5th point.
He's a good player. I mean, he's only a freshman, and he's out there playing against a very good defensive player in Stocks, and he took it right to him.
This one is good. And it's a 2-point ball game once again, 66-64. Inbounds to Harold Starks, 2:56 remaining. Bounce to Donovan, blocked again by Presley. He goes into the bleachers to try to retrieve the ball. And what more can you say about the effort of Harold Presley?
Oh, he has to have it. He has to have 9 or 10 block shots tonight. That's incredible. Watch him take off here. Unbelievable shot. You know, that pass would have been better off in Steve Wright's hand, where he could have taken up some. Look at this.
Hello. Well, great effort by Presley. Now West fouls Alan Roth on the inbounds.
Good play by Alan Roth coming to the ball. That's a little thing that's not usually talked about, but when a player passes you the ball, you have to come meet the ball. And if Allen didn't come meet the ball that time, West would have had to steal for an easy layup. But by him meeting the ball, he created some contact. Now he ends up on the foul line.
Where he has hit 24 straight.
Oh, they'll put the jinx on him now, Ken.
Uh-oh. Now I feel comfortable talking about him when he's on the line. He's hot. 4th foul on West, by the way.
He missed.
I'll never do it again, I promise.
Well, Friars need good defense here this time.
2:40 remaining in the OT, up 2. And Villanova working the ball around offensively. Wilbur into the lane. Nice drive, can't get it. Ball is taken by Kipfer off to Donovan. Friars are up 2. Here's Roth. Underneath Kipfer alone.
Great play by Alan Roth, recognizing where Kipfer was. They looked like they were going to pull the ball out, but he saw him underneath the basket for an easy layup.
68-64, Friars lead. Here's Wilson, over everything. On the other side, West. His shot blocked by Steve Wright, and a foul is called.
I'm not going to say it.
No goaltending there, and Joe's going to remain silent on this particular call.
I'd love to see a replay on that one if we could get one. It looked like, all right, it seems like Allen was, let's see now, let's see if I'm.
All right, there's Roth.
That's West now. Allen has his ground. He's just standing there, and West created the contact, leaning right into his chest. You know, it's a good play by West. You know, when you're a big man, what you try to do is, you know, create some contact so you can get a whistle and then have an opportunity at a 3-point play. That's a good play by West, being a freshman.
And he hits his first, and he'll have a little time to think about his second. With 2:03 remaining in the overtime, and Providence leading by 3 points, 68-65. Stay with us. The best is yet to come in the overtime from the Providence Civic Center.
Right now, Piedmont Airlines has a special deal just for families. When one adult flies at the regular fare, the rest of the gang, including kids under 18, can fly for as little as this. The one who just discovered boys goes at the slow price, and the one who recently peanut buttered the cat, same story. There are some restrictions, so call for details. Of course, now you might want to leave the one who's still trying to find himself at home.
This Honda Civic has been held up as the best value in a four-door import. But now there's the '86 Colt DL. Same size engine, same front-wheel drive, same room for 5, but they're not the same. The Colt is less expensive by $870, flat. Colt, imported for Plymouth, built by Mitsubishi in Japan. Colt, it's all the Japanese you need to know.
2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the overtime from the Providence Civic Center. Ken Bell with Joe Hassett. This has been a whale of a game. There you see the clock, 68-65. Friars lead by 3, but West at the line, where he's hit 7 for 7 tonight, has a chance to cut it to 2.
Well, there's plenty of time in this ball game for a lot more points to be scored. So I think the team that executes the best and recognizes the situation the best will win.
And he has it. And it's a 2-point game once again. 2:03 left. Clock will start on the inbounds touch. Roth, double team back there, looking for Elpy's foul. And that's number 5 for West.
That was a tough call to get your 5th foul on. I thought West did a good job on the trap. He put his hands straight up, and Allen just jumped up and tried to get the ball to Billy Donovan. That would have been a good chance to have a no call on that play, because, you know, West, he did a nice job of trapping.
And Doug West leaves with 9 points. Freshman came into the game averaging 11.
He had a fine ball game. He had a lot of key block shots himself. He made some big free throws right before the overtime and in the overtime.
Alan Roth sinks this one.
He drilled that one. It's nice to see when the ball goes in and the net doesn't move. You know, Alan's doing a good job on the foul line all year long, but he's been great on the boards too.
Roth with 14, make it 15 points tonight. Big free throws. Friars up 4 again. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the game. Lead pass for Presley. Harold to Kenny Wilson. The drive. Oh. Shot blocked by Steve Wright. And a whistle and a foul again. Oh. And should I say you don't necessarily agree with the call again, or?
I'll have to look at it. That's a tough one to get his 5th foul on, too. But Wilson did a nice job of penetrating. But with that matchup, Wilson being only about, he can't be any bigger than 5'7". Let's see it again here. Let's see what Steve Wright looks like. He got to the outside of him and just reached over. But if Wilson jumped into him, oh yeah, that was definitely a foul. Good call by Mickey Crowley. See, I'm wrong. I admit it. But Steve Wright, what he did, he hit him with his hip, and it was a good play by Wilson because he jumped into Steve and then tossed it up in the air.
Good thing we have the replay, right?
Oh, the referees are usually right 98% of the time.
Did you feel that way when you were playing here at Providence College?
Never.
No. Wright goes to the bench with 12 points, 6 for 9 from the field. Great effort by Steven tonight.
Yeah, he did a good job tonight. He had some big hoops right before the regular session ended on the...
And Wilson misses the first of 2, Joe.
That wasn't a very good shot by Wilson. He stepped off and regather himself a little bit.
Maybe a little freshman pressure there.
He was nice Wilson on that one. He follows through very good.
3 for 4 now from the line. 70-67 Friars by 3. Matt Palazzi, who came in to replace Steve Wright. Roth, Palazzi, breaking the backcourt press. Donovan has it. 1:48 left. Donovan driving in. Now the Friars try to work the ball around and stay out of trouble, and now a traveling violation on Matt Palazzi.
Well, Matt tried to get out of traffic that time, and he moved to shuffle his feet a little bit before he put the ball on the floor.
Rick Pitino. Excuse me.
Friars have to keep attacking this press, though, to score, because with the shot clock, you really can't pull the ball out.
Pitino looking for his 100th career victory tonight. Kenny Wilson, yes.
He's very good in that area. He jumps in, he gets to the foul line, and takes the ball up nicely.
Friars by 1 with 1:26 remaining in the overtime. Palazzi has it. Off to Billy Donovan. There you see the clock on your screen as the Friars try to work a little time off that 45-second clock, leading by 1, making sure, I guess, most of all, that the shot they take is a good one, Joe.
Well, I think you'll see either Billy Donovan or Harold Stocks penetrate down the middle and dish to Alan Roth or Kip for cutting in after they use some clock.
Donovan out front. He and Starks have been playing catch along with Palazzi, so he has 3 guards in the system right now. Kipfer and Roth up front at baseline, and now they squeeze it in. 50 seconds remaining. 7 on the shot clock. Underneath, Kipfer. Fake. Shot goes, and he is fouled.
That's that pump fake we've been talking about on Harold Presley. He's been blocking everything tonight, but nobody's been faking him. Kipfer fakes on every time he goes to the basket. He pump fakes and then takes it up strong, which is a smart basketball. Watch Kipfer here now. Nice pass by Harold. He gets it inside. He's got a good shot block on him. Pump fakes, gets Harold off the floor, jumps into him, and continues to make the shot. Great play by Dave Kipfer.
Boy, and a big hoop. A chance to make it a 3-point play with 45 seconds left in the contest.
He can thank that guy on the sideline, Rick Pitino, because Rick has this Bernard King drill, he calls it, with pump faking in the post. They run it for 15, 20 minutes every practice, and Dave Kipfer has utilized that drill more than anybody else on the club.
And misses on the 3-point play. 42 seconds, 72-69. Harold Jensen into the lane. He puts the shot up. It will not go, but a whistle outside, and he's fouled.
Nice move by Harold Jensen. Went right down the lane, played the ball off the glass. That's what you try to teach players, younger players watching it. When you're going into traffic quickly and you run straight on the basket in the paint, it's really tough to lay the ball over the rim softly. So you play it off the square, and then sometimes you get the roll. Unfortunately, it rolled out for him.
And Billy Donovan draws the whistle, his first of the night. Pop Lewis checks out. Matt Palazzi is in.
Well, I think it's
and here's Harold.
Excuse me, Ken. I think it's going to come down to free throws again, Ken, because there's 38 seconds to go. Harold, we're down. Friars are up by 2 points, and Harold has another shot.
So Jensen will have just a moment to think about this second free throw, and I'll have a moment to tell you that Walt Perkins is in Miami, where the big game goes tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock. The Patriots try to end the 18-game jinx in the big one against Miami, and we'll have a report at 11 o'clock in the WLNE Sports Report. And also, Walt will be with us live tomorrow night after the game during the Sports Locker. We'll have a lot of coverage tomorrow night. So join us on our newscast. The updated final, Connecticut has shocked Boston College 80-69.
Well, I'm not really surprised at that one, no, Ken. I think Connecticut has the ability. They took Georgetown to a 4-point game. They lost in overtime at BC. So, they did a good job. And then Syracuse won tonight, too. They're a very strong club. They're a very balanced club.
Syracuse by 10, and you can see the Friar faithful getting up on their heels. And Joe, I guess you can really say life has come back to the Civic Center.
Well, the reason why they're up, Ken, they have Delray Brooks here, who's thinking about transferring to Providence College from Indiana, and that would be a great acquisition for the Friars. He was the #1 recruit coming out of the country 2 years ago, and if the Friars could ever get a defensive ball-hawking type player that he is, in Rick Pitino's style of play, the sky's the limit. He's got 2 good recruits who've already committed to the program. And boy, he could really do something next year with a Delray Brooks.
And of course, the reason he wants to leave Bobby Knight's program is lack of playing time. Pitino said if he came to see this game tonight, he felt he had a 50-50 shot of convincing him to come here. Otherwise, it was a 20% chance, so he must be interested.
Well, I think he is. He wouldn't have came all the way up from Indiana if he wasn't. Bobby Knight, either you love him or you hate him, and there's no in-between with him, and they just had a personality conflict.
Jensen misses, ball on the floor, and here is Kipfer, who pulls it away from Kenny Wilson. 30 seconds left.
That's a foul.
Donovan is fouled by Wilson from behind, and he'll go to the free throw line. Friars lead 72-70.
And if there's a guy on the Friars you do not want to foul besides Kipfer, it's Billy Donovan. I don't want to put the whammy on him, but he's a very good clutch free throw shooter.
Raleigh looks like he has a little heartburn on the sideline there.
He's great, though. Watching him, he's worth the price of admission, never mind the game.
Donovan at the stripe, his first opportunity. Misses. And it's 29 seconds left, 72-70, and Wilson drives in. He's fouled.
Billy Donovan got him from behind. That was a good foul. That was a good call by Mickey Crowley. They recognize that. That's a frustration foul again there, Ken. You see that so often in college basketball. Billy was upset. He missed the 1-and-1. He normally makes those shots. He came down and picked up a cheap foul, fouling from behind on Wilson.
25 seconds left, and Dwight Wilbur goes to the free throw line, or Wilson, I beg your pardon, goes to the stripe, where he is 3 out of 4. And he has a chance to tie the ball game.
Well, I felt we'd be marching back and forth from the free throw line the last 2 minutes of this overtime.
And he hits. Villanova 1 point away from tying it.
The Friars are still in control. They can control their own destiny here. Get the ball in bounds and use the shot clock to their advantage with 25 seconds to go.
And the game is tied at 72. 20 seconds left. Friars can have the last shot. Crowd heads for the feet, and Donovan works it.
Excuse me, what they like to do is try to run it down, so if they do miss, Villanova doesn't have an opportunity to come down and take a shot to win the game.
Donovan drives in, 6 seconds. Loses the ball underneath Roth. He is fouled. Roth is, a jump ball. A jump ball, and Villanova has it with 2 seconds left.
Unbelievable.
No foul, a jump ball.
Is there a full moon tonight, Ken, or what?
Take a look here.
This good defense by Villanova. They slapped it away from Billy Donovan, but the loose ball went right to Dave Kipper. Up to Alan Roth. It was blocked. That was a jump ball. Nice call by the official, because he did not let the ball go, and he came down with the ball, so that had to be a jump ball.
Oh, he stayed off his back too, really.
Yep. What Allen had to do is let the ball hit the floor and then take it back up.
Actually, it was Kipper cushioning Presley over the back, so he didn't land on top of Roth. And now, unfortunately, a few things are thrown out of the stands onto the floor.
Well, the Friar faithful really want to win here tonight, as well as the Friars. They've been so close to so many Big East games that they see this one here and they don't want it to slip away from them.
72 all, Joe. 2 seconds left. They'll have the ball at the end line. So they're not going to have a lot of territory to cover.
Well, it's similar to the St. John's game where they were up by 2 with 3 seconds to go, and St. John's had the ball underneath their own basket, and they ended up winning the ball game. So the Friars are probably conscious of that now with 2 seconds to go with a tie score. They have to play good defense and not allow a shot to get off.
And no foul.
Absolutely no fouls.
Patino shouting out instructions from the bench.
See, I'd hate this. Well, for the Friars' standpoint, another overtime could hurt them, because Steve Wright is fouled out of the ball game, and he's been a big part of the Friars' comeback, all night long. And they've been in there with a small lineup. They have Alan Roth and Dave Kipper playing, alternating at center, and the biggest, Dave's only 6'7", and Kipper's 6'4" at best. Roth's 6'4" at best.
Crowd on its feet for the final 2 seconds of this first overtime. And here's Harold Presley. As you see, he's done it all. 17 points, 12 rebounds, 10 blocks. Well, he's been incredible tonight.
You can't even describe him tonight. He's been awesome. And I felt, for player of the game, you like to take a winning team, but...
Plansky misses. We go to second overtime.
That was close. Plansky almost made it. He's had a heck of a ball game tonight, too. He's been shooting the ball well, but we're going to number 2.
So the first overtime ends, 72 all. And the drama continues from the Providence Civic Center, and the crowd lets the officials know what their thinking is as we head to the second OT. Well, you have to feel good, Joe, with the way that came off. Plansky came off. Again, the Friars are in no worse shape. They just have another 5 minutes to get the job done.
The natives are restless because of the fact that, you have, the officials here. There's been a couple of questionable calls right now.
All right, take a look again. The key play of the overtime.
Well, you see, Roth gets his position. He goes up. It's blocked by Presley, and that's why they call it the jump ball, because he came down with the ball. That could have been a foul on Presley, slapping over the back too. But they call it a jump ball. What are you going to do? You have to live with the official's call.
Wally Massimino, he's been in this situation so many times before. The Friars looking to, really, Joe, after playing so well 2 out of the last 3 games, Notre Dame and St. John's, but losing. A loss here might be really devastating heading for that 4-game road trip. It's already very draining the way it's taken place. And a win might have just the opposite effect.
Yeah, I think, a win obviously is going to really help their morale. They battled so much in this ball game. They came back so strong, and they've had a couple of opportunities to win. They've had a shot blocked both times at the buzzer on them. And one was a jump ball, and Harold made a great block at the end of regulation. So they might be a little frustrated tonight. I hope they can, come out of this now and they get up maybe 4 or 6 points.
On to the second OT. Kipfer steps in against Presley. We're tied at 72.
Kipfer
won the Friars control, yeah. Donovan, Pop Lewis, Harold Starks, Alan Roth, Dave Kipfer, all in there for the Friars to begin the OT. Jensen, Wilbur, Plansky, Presley, all in there for Villanova.
There's two small teams in the lineups, too, right now, Ken. The biggest guy is Presley, and he's 6'6".
Bounce underneath, Kipfer alone, misses it.
What happened, Dave got too far underneath the basket and misjudged where he was, and that's why he missed the layup.
Villanova has a chance to take the lead. Friars held control through the first overtime before Villanova tied it. In the final moments, Presley going in. He's fouled by Starks.
Good offensive play that time by Villanova. They set up a triangle in the corner to get Presley on a post-up with no weak side help. See, Harold had to come all the way over from the other side. He was guarding Wilbur, who's a good shooter in that corner, so you can't stray too far away from him. It was a good offensive play by Raleigh Massimino's club.
And his fourth personal foul for Harold Starks. Here's Harold Presley, 5 for 7 tonight from the stripe. This one hits.
See, this Villanova club has a tournament experience. You have 4 guys on the floor there that played on last year's national champion. So they get in these type of games, and it's nothing new to them. They like the pressure, and they respond well to it.
19 points for Harold Presley. 74-72 with 4:11 remaining in the second overtime. Friars down 2. Donovan out front, goes to baseline, puts the shot up as he is fouled by Wilbur. I think he just put the ball toward the basket just to get the 2 shots, right?
That was a smart move by Billy Donovan. You see him moved his offhand out there and just threw the ball up at the basket. He knew that contact was being created with 3 guys running at him, so he was lucky to get the shot off and an opportunity to make 2 free throws.
74-72. Friars down 2. Donovan can tie it. Misses.
What Billy's not doing is he's not bending his knees at the foul line. He's too stiff-legged when he's shooting the ball. He's got to bend over a little bit and then follow through better. See, bend and then go up at the basket.
This one goes in. And it's a 1-point game with 4:02 remaining in the second OT. Wilbur to Kenny Wilson. Working on Starks. Wilson wants some movement in the Villanova offense. Plansky inside working on Roth. Ball instead goes to Presley. Back to Wilson. Looking for Plansky. Can't get it there. Roth doing a nice job on defense inside. Starks stops Wilson. Now out to Wilbur. Shovels the pass underneath for Presley. Out to Wilson. Wilbur. Now to Jensen on the far side. He'll drive and runs over the top of Kipfer in an offensive foul.
Absolutely. Kipfer recognized he was coming through there flying out of control by Jensen. He set up strong. He knew Dave was getting ready to pick up the offensive foul. Good drive, though, by Jensen. But Kipfer recognized he was coming and just stood his ground and took the charge. Nice play by Kipfer.
74-73. Friars can take the lead on this possession with a hoop. 3:24 remaining in the second overtime. Near capacity crowd here at the Civic Center enjoying this one. It's been a whale of a game. Pop Lewis, Harold Starks looking for the good shot.
Friars are probably going to concentrate on getting the ball inside to Roth or Kipfer. But if Billy Donovan gets an open shot, he'll take it.
And Kipfer misses off the back iron of the rim. And Villanova can take a 3-point lead.
Well, Dave didn't follow through on that shot. He's in between playing the glass and putting it in straight. You have to follow through and bank it off the glass.
Presley goes up. Jump ball.
Villanova's ball on the jump ball. Nice play by Kipfer.
That was a nice defensive play. And
see, Harold's not looking for the outside shot, if you notice. When he jumps up in the air outside the painted area, he passes it to somebody. He wants the ball inside.
And he gets the inbounds off to Jensen. 2:42 remaining in the second overtime. Villanova by a point. Tied at 60 at the end of regulation. 72 all after 1 overtime. Wilson, top of the circle. Ball slapped away by Roth.
Good defense by the Friars. They're overplaying the passage just the way Villanova is.
And the inbound bounce to Wilson. 2.5 left. Wilson working on Starks. Underneath, Presley. Ball knocked away. Picked up off the floor by Harold Starks.
Who else?
Starks into the lane, works on Wilbur. He is, no! An offensive foul is called.
Boy, that's
That's the 5th foul on Starks.
Here comes Harrell on the... Well, Wilbur was moving. Both feet were moving on that play. You see, either one of them could have fouled out. The official gave the nod to Wilbur. But, you know, both feet were off the ground. They tell you in officiating, if both feet have to be planted on the ground. Wilbur had both feet off the ground when Harrell made the contact.
A whale of a game by Harold Starks. 15 points tonight as Harold takes a seat with 2:13 remaining, and Friars still trail by a point. Donnie Brown comes in to replace him. Jensen getting the pressure in backcourt. Wilbur beats it into the lane, misses. Kipfer has the rebound. Off to Donovan. 1:58 left. Donnie Brown to Donovan, cross court to Pop Lewis, open, will shoot. And yes!
All right, Pop got the roll on that. Nice shooter's touch. He looked like he didn't want to shoot it. I'm glad he did because he was wide open.
Pop Lewis, his first 2 points of the night, and it comes in a great spot. 75-74. Friars up a point, 1:37 left in the second overtime.
Good defense over here by Donnie Brown. He doesn't want Wilson to get the ball back.
Harold Presley in the paint. Friars wanted to travel. Tip in no good. Kipfer the rebound. Donovan, lead pass. Donnie Brown. Into the lane. Donnie loses it, gets it back. Here's Donovan and Brown. Pop Lewis. Oh, this is wild. 1:10 remaining in the second OT. 29 on the shot clock.
What a great game to tip off Channel 6's first 6 games.
This is how we planned it, of course. A minute left in the second OT. 75-74. 16 on the shot clock.
Friars get a hoop here, they'll be in complete control because they need one here with the odd differential.
Billy Donovan, scoop shot, no good. On the floor, Roth dives for it. Jump ball, Friars have it.
Friars ball because my play, Alan Roth has been unbelievable. You know, it's tough to pick a player of the game tonight from anybody on the Friars. You know, Harold Presley has played head and shoulders above everybody else. He probably is the guy, but the Friars, they've all played so well tonight.
And the Friars want a timeout. No, I beg your pardon. It's Villanova's timeout. And there you see the score in the second overtime. An interesting note handed me by John Marinato, the Providence College Sports Information Director. The first Providence College game ever televised, that was with Chris Clark way back when, back in the 50s. Or maybe it was the early 60s, a 4-overtime contest against Villanova.
Wow.
Is that an omen?
History might repeat itself again tonight.
1959 was the first game, says Bill George, who is our statistician here, who was, how old, were you 50 then? No, you were about 2 years old then when that first game went. Well, Joe, 75-74, this game has had it all, and how much fun has this been?
Well, with 41 seconds to go, the Friars don't need to take another shot. Rolly Massimino knows that, and I think what he's probably preparing his team for over there is to find out who is the worst free throw shooter on the Providence team, and just play good defense. There's no time to come out and foul early, but if you get down under 10 seconds, you're going to have to foul somebody, and I think they're going to, you know, they should know who the worst the worst free throw shooter on the team right now is.
41 seconds remaining. Providence with the lead and the basketball. 75-74. They'll play it in underneath, and I'm sure a lot of pressure from Villanova here trying to get it in.
Excuse me, Ken. This is a key possession because the Friars had a 5-second count, you recall, early on in the game. And Villanova wants to get that again so they can get the ball back.
41 seconds left. No shot clock to contend with. Friars can hold on for the remainder unless fouled. Inbounds feed. Pop Lewis calls timeout. Smart move.
Well, Pop was looking in all different directions that time. He had Alan Roth open in the corner, but didn't see him. You know, to his credit too, it's tough to throw it in the corner because you knew as soon as he threw it in the corner, he was going to have a double team.
Raleigh is livid. He thought the count had reached 4 seconds. Now you have to call a timeout before 4 seconds arrives.
Right.
Friars are out of timeouts. Oh, I beg your pardon. Friars have 3. And Villanova's used their last one.
So this is a key possession for the Friars because Villanova cannot stop the clock. If the Friars score, they have to get the ball inbounds quickly and get it up the floor and get a hoop within the 5-second area because Friars could stand out of bounds and hold the ball. Without having a timeout, this could be a big turning point later on in the game here.
Don't forget WLNE 6 News at 11 o'clock. An update of the world and national, local scene. Weather with Steve Cassione. Pam Watts has the news. And then I'm going to hoof it back there and do the sports, I think. 75-74. We'll hear from Walt Perkins tonight from Miami.
You might have to stay here tonight, Ken, and do it live.
Might have to, yeah.
Courtside.
I think we could fill the time. 75-74. Friars by a point. They'll play it in. Again, 3 timeouts remaining. 41 seconds left in the second OT.
They have to get the ball in bounds here. This is key.
Pop Lewis does so to Billy Donovan. He takes it to the midcourt area. 37 seconds left. Donovan is tripped and fouled by Jensen.
Ooh. Good thing Friars got a break on that play. Billy Donovan was like 2 millimeters from going back court, and then he threw the ball up, and if that wasn't a foul there, Dwight Wilbur would have had an easy layup. Here's the play here now. Harold Jensen, see Harold Jensen's leg there? He knees him, and that's where the foul was created. He stuck his off leg in there, and 2 officials are looking right at it, and they had the play.
Billy Donovan, cracked ribs and all, has taken a beating tonight.
He's got blood all over the back of his shirt. This has been a heck of a ball game.
Kip for 16 points. Starks with 15. Roth with 14. Presley with 19. Those are the leading scorers. Harold Jensen has just fouled out.
Now that's a big guy to get out of there late in the ball game because he's a very good pressure player.
Donovan hits a key free throw.
Big hoop by Billy Donovan. That gives them a 2-point lead. Now, if they play good, solid defense and don't foul, they shouldn't lose.
And good again. 35 seconds left. Villanova has no timeout. 77-74. Friars by 3. Kenny Wilson loses it, but is picked up in the corner. Wilbur goes. He misses, but Presley is there. But a foul, I believe, before Presley's shot.
I think it was on Alan Roth on the block against Dwight Wilbur. Good strong move by Dwight Wilbur. He took the ball to the basket to try to create a foul for himself in a 3-point play because they're down by 3. Nice move.
Roth draws the personal foul. Halazi checks in. Pop Lewis is out. Wilbur goes to the stripe. Tonight he is 1 for 3.
You know, it's funny too when you're playing this type of game, Ken. You come down, you want to sit back in the zone and make them take an outside shot. You want to play good defense, but you don't want to foul anybody. So you're sort of caught in the middle. And the Friars got caught in the middle that time. They relaxed a little bit defensively, and Wilbur went right down the line for him.
And Wilbur hits the first end of a 1-and-1. He can pull the Wildcats within a point. 27 seconds left in the second overtime.
Still a ton of time in this ball game, the way these 2 teams have been marching to the foul line.
And he hits the second one. Now Friars have 3 timeouts. Inbounds to Roth. He is fouled by Presley. Right in front of the Villanova bench, and the players start jumping up and down. But the pressure on Roth will send him to the free throw line. Raleigh has a smile on his face.
I'd hate to be an official right in front of the bench to make that call with the whole bench and Raleigh running up and down the sideline. That's a good call. He reached over the back of him for a foul.
Presley's 4th.
Well, if Presley ever fouls out of the ball game, it would be a tremendous plus for the Friars. But he's a veteran. He's played in enough games where he probably will not foul out because he knows how to play the game with 4 fouls. See, what's hurting the Friars, too, is in this pressure defense that Villanova's putting on them, you have Harold Stocks who has fouled out. Now, Billy Donovan is the only real true ball handler they have on the club.
Alan Roth has only missed once tonight, but he misses this one. 77-76. Villanova a chance here with 20 seconds left. Kenny Wilson puts the shot up. He is fouled. And Wilson will go to the free throw line with 19 seconds remaining. Kipfer.
You hate to reiterate on the free throws, but here's a good play by Wilson getting in touch with that ball. Takes it in the paint. Smart move, drives to the basket, creates contact, he ends up on the foul line.
And his 4th personal foul, and Rick Pitino's up off the PC bench and wants a timeout. So talking strategy, but here you've got Kenny Wilson at the stripe. He's missed 1, only 1 out of his 6 shots. And a chance to put Villanova in the lead with 19 seconds left.
Free throws are so important in a ball game, especially in overtime ball games. The Friars have had good opportunities to put this ball game away with free throws, but they've come up short with them. Villanova's missed their share of free throws, but they've made them when they've had to. And this is a key possession for Villanova. If they drop these 2 free throws, they'll be up by 1 point. It's the first time they've been ahead in either overtime, so it'll be a big advantage for them.
Now the Friars hit the road after this. Their next several ball games, they're at Pittsburgh on Tuesday night, and then at Boston College, at Syracuse. We'll be on the air with that one right here on Channel 6, and then at Villanova. Then returning here against Georgetown on the 27th of January, and the first of, well, two straight at home, Boston College being the other. 19 seconds left. At the free throw line is the freshman, Kenny Wilson.
He knows he has 2 shots, too, so it takes a little bit of the pressure off. He makes the first one to tie it. The second one could put him ahead.
Raleigh resting a little more comfortably over there. This one is good.
Pressure play by Wilson. He took it in strong. He ran down that loose ball, too. He did a fine job all the way around.
Friars have a chance to win it on a shot. 78-77, 10 seconds left. Donnie Brown. Off to Dave Kipper, 5 seconds. Donnie Brown guns from the corner. Ooh. No. Rebound off to Kenny Wilson. Villanova wins.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for the Friars. They seem to have the game, but another one slipped away on them.
Villanova takes it 78-77 in 2 overtimes from the Civic Center. And Joe, the Friars had another timeout. You wonder if, rather than being caught in the corner, whether it might not have been a good idea to call a timeout, regroup.
No, in that case, Ken, I feel you know, it's best to have the defense spread out. You can get the shot off a lot easier.
Back for a recap. The final score of Villanova 78, Providence 77 in 2 overtimes.